The question of the hour comes from a student on my site. They emailed in asking, I have completed Essential Beginner Guitar System, and I'm not sure what to do next. I am more interested in the blues than rock and roll. I know about the Caged lessons, but I seem to remember you also offer the Essential Blues Guitar System. Which program would suit me best for getting involved with the blues? Right now, I am interested in different ways to play rhythm behind my son, who is developing lead guitar skills. Now, this is a great question, and they've completed my first program, which really gets you started with all the fundamentals of playing and sets you on the right track. You know, a lot of players play for years and they get stuck at an intermediate level and they can't get past it until they go back and fill in. They have like cracks in the foundations of their playing, and once they get all that solid, then they're able to go to the next level. So it's super important that you get the fundamentals down right. Now, at the end of that program, I do an introduction to the blues, because I really think in this day and age, you know, you gotta be familiar with the blues. If you wanna play pop music, if you wanna play rock and roll, it's all in there. Even stuff that a lot of players don't think is blues, it's still like blues progressions or blues influence. So having that will set you up to play millions of your favorite songs. Now from there, if you wanna start jamming, if you're jamming with your son or your daughter or whoever, there's certain things you wanna know to help you along the way. And one of those things is something that I learned from blues guitar master Kenny Burrell. That's called the Freedom Palette, and being able to play bass lines and riff patterns. So let me give you an example of one of those. Let's say I played something like this. That's a bass line or a riff pattern in the style of Freddie King. And that's in the key of E there, which leads us to another thing called the 12-bar blues, which is very important. You want to learn 12-bar blues rhythms, and there's a million variations that you can play to this. For example, Stevie Ray Vaughan might do something like this. Or Jimmy Page might play something a little simpler like this. What he did in Bring It On Home. You know, you get the bring it on home, bring it on home to you. Then we have like a right, so that there starts to get into scales and vocabulary, which is another thing that you're gonna wanna know to jam. And that is, you know, this is like if I play this, nobody hears that lick and says, yeah, that's polka music. No, that is the blues, because it's using vocabulary. It's phrasing things in a specific way that sounds like the language of the music. So right away when I play that, that sounds bluesy. Then you get into scales, of course, right? Like the blues scale. There's the blues scale right there, right? And you start playing tunes like, and you notice that that scale is right there in the music that you love. So being familiar with these fundamentals of the blues is so important for jamming. Like I might just say, okay, here, let's play a blues in D. Ready? I'll start it off. And then we're into the top of the blues there. And these things work great with a looper pedal as well to practice at home first. So just to recap, you've got the Freedom palette, you've got bass lines, riffs and patterns, you've got 12-bar blues rhythms, and then you've got scales and vocabulary. Now, if you've struggled to put this stuff together, then go to johnmclennan.com/bluescales and get your hands on my free blues scale PDF guide. This is going to show you more about how to put these phrases together anywhere on the neck, and it's completely free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/bluescales and grab that now as my gift to you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.